Welcome, Capsuleers, to the wildest drifter showdown EVE Online has ever thrown. The Nexus Reckoning event for Capsuleer Day is a full-spectrum PvPvE bonanza. It's time to break down how all of you can get in on the action, with tips for both solo and group pilots. So if you want the best EVE guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and EVE enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. And let's first talk about brand new players. Most of the new event sites are not for new players if they're combat focused. You're gonna need a big beefy battle cruiser to punch through this sleeper DPS. The mining and exploration sites are good for new players and are even great for alphas if you're hacking especially. Second, the timestamps are in the description so you can snap to what you need. And finally, is Capsuleer Day worth it to give a crap about? The short answer is big yes. The reward track is going to get you some goodies alone. The devs have moved the Society of Conscious Thought ships from the daily login rewards onto this reward track, so you actually have to sign in and get it done. I've been too busy being NDA'd out of my mind to be able to actually push the reward track on my main. But moving forward, this is probably going to be the only way to get your Praxis, Gnosis, all those good ships. All right, with that said, let's dive in, shall we? How the heck do you find these sites? You're going to open up the Opportunities tab, and you're going to check this left-hand sidebar here. You should see something that says Capsuleer Day. You're going to notice I don't see it here. I'm not close enough to a site for it to spawn. You have to be within 2 jumps of something. If you don't see it here, just get away from a trade post and get down to a deep area of space, see if you can get it done. This is where you're going to find the mining and combat sites. The hacking sites are littered all over the place. You actually have to scan them down. All right, let's talk combat sites. Y'all got an easy infographic for you to be able to know what the heck you're going to be going to do. The foundries and forges are going to be the most accessible sites. You can find these in high sec and low sec. We're going to talk about the drifter wormhole content at the end of the video. I've got something special for you there. And the vigilance point is going to be specifically for Pochfin. While my Triglaw brothers and sisters are enjoying the vigilance point, let's talk about the forge and the foundry. Each one of those are going to have 2 rooms that are going to have a battleship at the end that is a DPS race. There will be competition. Those that do the most damage to the battleship at the end will be rewarded with loot. If you're in high sec, this is a big deal, because if you loot someone else's wreck, you go suspect and they can shoot you for free. I say this because some new people don't know this. Do not get baited on losing your ship because you loot someone else's stuff. You can loot to your heart's content in low sec because PvP is of course enabled. There's 2 main things you have to understand in these sites. One, the newt pressure is huge from these sleepers, so you want to have a cap battery or something similar. Cap batteries give you a resistance to newting. Even Tech 2s are completely viable. Definitely go check them out. And second, tracking is key. You're gonna be sacrificing a lot of damage so that you can make sure the stuff hits. These drifters move fast, and whether you're using missiles or guns, don't just fit damage, also fit tracking. We got a couple fits in the description for you, but I'm going to tell you none of these fits are mine. We've got Gustav here, who absolutely built an incredible Sleipnir. His link will be in the description. Definitely go check out his stuff. You could take out some of the abyssal rolled modules here and fit whatever you would like, but notice that we've got 3 DPS and 2 tracking. That's important. And he's got an afterburner for speed. Final note on these is I would recommend not bringing a web or a target painter. These are going to make it easy for everybody to hit the mob. What you want to do is bring more tracking computers and outfit them with a tracking speed script. Increases your tracking by 30%. And if you're using a Drake, you can use a missile precision script. It's going to make stuff easier to hit. This way you can hit them easier, not your competition. And the final thing is I would not bring a drone focused boat. The sleepers eat your drones. I tried. I was able to do it in a Proteus. It's possible to do it, but it wasn't very fun. Just pick a different kind of ship. We got a bunch of fits for you in the description. Check them out. Totally free. Takes 2 clicks. Thanks again to Gustav and the other content creators that are showing up and getting these good fits going. Now let's talk about the foundry that's in low sec. The damage is higher. PvP is enabled. And indeed, you're gonna get hopped on. It's guaranteed almost that you're gonna have someone come after you. I recommend you bring a Tech 2 ship. I recommend you have a fleet. This is where the friend ship starts to come in, y'all. And there's been a lot of recon ships running around. I got something special for you. If you want to be the person who's ganking people, my Lachesis fit will be in the description for you to get and go with. You insta-lock the people, you run some void ammo, you can orbit them at range while you lock them down at 47k away if needed, or get up close and personal to be able to do some blaster DPS. These are special because you're not going to be able to detect them via directional scanners. Yes, if you've never seen the recon ships, this is the reason that you need to be afraid when you're in low sec, because you're not going to be able to see them until they warp on grid with you. And a pro tip if you're PvPing, don't necessarily use the combat probes. You can scan down the hacking sites just fine with the sister core scanner probes, and then warp to the site with just these if a Heron sees a combat scanner out. Choose your adventure, use my fits, and continue forward, y'all. Let's talk hacking, y'all. This is going to be the best way for new bros to get in on the action, even if you're an alpha. I recommend you zip around high sec using this fit. We've shown this to you before. It'll be in the description for you. It takes 2 clicks, totally free. You're going to be able to insta-lock the various things that are on grid with you. You can cherry pick the stuff that is the best with the cargo scanner, and I do recommend you cherry pick stuff, especially if you're in low sec. You don't want to be doing this very long. Getting on grid and then getting out is a form of defense. Don't let anybody else tell you different. If you're hacking in your own empire space, I wouldn't cherry pick that though. Help your corp mates out and clear the entire site. You're safe enough, right? We do have a more advanced Heron fit for you that's still 10 million-esque, but is able to go into more dangerous areas. Do not be caught with your pants down. Definitely get yourself a warp core stab and something to go very fast. This is an overpropped Heron. You could try to fit an MWD if you would like, but afterburners work even if you're scrammed. You can use it to get the heck away. And if you want something a little bit more expensive, something that helps you to get through the competition in high sec, I recommend you use our big blinged out Astero. Make no mistake, you need this to be able to out-compete with people in high sec, zipping around getting it done. I hope it goes without saying I wouldn't bring this fit into any non-high sec areas. Don't give the gankers a ligature. They want you to bring this out there. You definitely get what you pay for with this, but you can still, of course, hack easily with the Heron. All of those fits will be in the description for you. And y'all, the loot from those cans are large. We have a lot of viewers that have shown them getting implants from this that go for hundreds of millions a piece. And speaking of implants, it's something I want y'all to kind of keep a sharp eye on. Quick market manipulation guide. I would definitely look into the pricing of some of the implants that you like, because as you can see here, a low-grade snake, the price has been going down. Why? People are getting these drops from the hacking cans, and something that's normally going for almost 100,000 is 20 million cheaper. Yes, you can get your implants for a little bit cheaper because of this event site. And even if you're not going to be warping around doing hacking, maybe put some buy orders in on the implants that you would like and get them for cheaper. No matter what you're doing, you can definitely get involved, huh? Alright, y'all, let's talk mining. This one's going to be the easiest one. Yeah, the ones named Tyranite are the ones that have Tyranite in it. It's really that simple. And if you're a venture miner, if you're just starting out, y'all, you need to be doing these sites. They are pathetically easy to get on grid with and just enjoy. And you can do it with our new bro miner fit. Yes, this costs only $1 million-esque. You will make back the money you put in, I promise you. If you're going into low sec to get some more dangerous mining going, I always recommend you bring yourself a warp core stab. We have overpropped this in case you get hopped on. You can align out and get away to a safe. But if you want a little bit of an upgrade, I've got some fun stuff for you. A lot of these mining sites are a little bit hard to find in high sec, and you're going to be warping around a lot. You don't necessarily want to run around in Avenger. I give you the endurance. I would use the endurance in high sec over the prospect for one very important point. The endurance is going to have a bigger mining hold than the prospect. It's at 19. I believe the prospect's at 12. And since the Tyranite is not compressible, you're gonna need all the space you can get. I love these expedition frigates. We have outfitted this with mining drones as well. You're not gonna be able to use crystals on the Tyranite, and you want the drones to come back to you as quick as possible to get back to mining. There are gonna be some rats on some of these sites too, so you wanna bring some DPS drones. Now, what if you wanna take a bigger mining ship into low sec, any dangerous area? You could come on down with the prospect. I recommend this ship in anything that is in high sec because of the covert ops cloak. We're not overpropping this, but I am running a ship scanner. I know, it's a bit of a tech choice, follow me. I was going on to grids in low sec, and there were other miners that were just big chillin'. But when I ship scanned some of the other miners, a couple of them had scrams. So they're gonna just wait for me to fill up my mining hold, and then scram me while their buddy comes in and takes me out. Is this 100% necessary? No. Is it fun to kind of peek behind the curtain and see what everybody's working with? It definitely is, y'all. And of course, you can still get out with the warp core stab and have maximum yield. Remember, y'all, when you're in In low sec, you are
never safe in Eve.
He said the thing, he said the thing. Finally, y'all, if you want to use a barge, I will include this fit as well in the description for you. Totally free, takes 2 clicks. I wouldn't take a barge into low sec or any kind of dangerous areas. You're just going to be a target. And a super quick note on all the mats. Every single piece of this event is used for crafting, is used for getting into the site. These items will sell very quickly. So if you're sitting there going,
Loru, I don't want to go to the new site. I just want to do what I'm used to doing.
You're missing out on a big ISK opportunity, I'm telling you. All right, y'all, let's talk about the Drifter wormholes, shall we? Drifter wormholes are the old shattered wormholes. They're still shattered, but they've been renamed and repurposed for this event. I like this, by the way. It's a cool change. There's the complex and the nexus point. The complex is a multi-room randomized gauntlet with acceleration gates roaming drifter battleships that will challenge you. You must complete the complex before you complete the nexus point. There's a key you have to get from the complex that lets you go into the nexus point. These are group content. Consider this raids from other MMOs. You can bring as many people as you would like. There is a cap on how many people you should bring to get the most optimal amount of ISK from these sites. There was a patch today changing stuff. Just make sure you keep checking the patch notes. See what is the optimal group comp. The nexus point is some of the toughest PvE content I've seen. High risk, high reward. Expect extreme neuting, drifter battleships again, and the need for coordinated fleet tactics. And if you're struggling to find groups from this and want to fight for the glory of Zoria and Triglav, check the link in the description. It's the Triglavian Collective Discord. Constant fleets, tons of tips, fits, some of the best FCs I've seen. Triglavians are #1, and we've got the best people. Come on down. And why should you care about completing those sites? Well, completing the Nexus point is going to give you an item that lets you get the Astero Tyrantbreaker skin. This is the only way in the game to get this skin. It looks fantastic and phenomenal, almost like snakeskin, y'all. It's even got this Capsuleer Day stuff, it like etched onto the top of it. Love it. They're currently going for 3 billion ISK, and one of you is going to get one from me. Yes, that's right, y'all. You've watched this far in the video, so we're gonna give you something special. If you do these 3 steps, you'll be eligible to enter into this giveaway for the Astero Tyrantbreaker skin. The first thing you have to do is be subbed to the channel. My bot's gonna know if you're not subbed, then you'll be disqualified. The second thing is you gotta go into the comments and type down with drifters. We gotta get rid of the sexy robots, y'all. Upwell has enough bald people running around. We don't need more, okay? And the third thing you gotta do is put your in-game name in that same comment. I gotta know who the heck to send the contract to. I'm putting out this video right before FanFest and I hope to meet all of you there. I'm a part of the show. Every single kind of Capsuleer is really needed for this Capsuleer Day. And they've hinted that there's gonna be more coming in this event, like new things that they're gonna add in. So make sure you sub right here for the best Eve guides. And this playlist is our like gaming news playlist. You can bookmark it and check back in and see if they've added anything new. Thanks for the support, y'all. We'll see ya in the next video.